so let's try and all remember what is density. Okay, so density is the ratio of the mass of an object, so any object, to its volume. So I've wrote those keywords on a different color just to emphasize on how important are they related to density itself. So I'm gonna make this into a formula now to kind of link those two keywords to density. So I will just write density, which is D, equals, it says the ratio of the mass, so this is mass of an object to its volume, so divided by the volume. So if I want to get a density of any object, I have to find its mass and its volume and divide them by each other to get the density. That's all.
I'm just going to remind you again that you need to conduct an experiment of the household, of the different household that you have in your house. So I'm just going to show you the household that I've picked, okay? You don't have to do the same households. Alright, so first, oh, I found this one and I kind of locked it, like this is like my eye massager, but you don't have to use it. So I'm just going to use a sharpener, which is made out of steel or iron. And, oh, I have this lovely pot, but I'm not going to use it, but you can. And then I'm just going to use this plastic bowl and a spoon. And I have any piece of gold that you have. You can do an earring, you can do a bracelet, anything at all. So I'm going to use only 3 households again, just to remind you. I'm just going to use gold, so the bracelet. So I'm going to pick this bracelet. And then I'm going to choose the ball, which is like kind of plastic. And I'm going to use the sharpener, okay? So which is, let's say it's just like steel or iron. Those are the things that I'm going to measure their densities for. Okay, so again, to remind you with the equation, D equals M over V. So in order to find the density of this gold, I have to know the mass and then I have to know the volume of it. Okay? I just found this sanitizer. You can use as well, but the thing is that if we want to measure the density of a material, it has to have like the same material. So I can't measure the density of the plastic and then the density of the sanitizer inside. So you just have to empty it and then measure the density of one material, which is plastic in this case. And usually you can find the mass in the bottle itself. Usually it shows, like for example, this one, it just shows like it's 15 grams. So you can use this as the mass here. It's fine, you can just predict the mass of something, or if you have a weighing mass at home, you can use it as well. So I know the mass of the golden bracelet. I know it for a fact, which is the mass of this gold, this bracelet is 3.2 grams. Okay, the mass of the ball, this ball is around 7 grams. The sharpener, the mass of the sharpener, let's just write it here, mass of the sharpener is 1.5 gram. Okay? Alright, so far we're done with the mass. So we're done with the mass for each of the materials, the household materials that I have, but how can I know the volume now? This where comes that how are we going to conduct our experiment today? So how can I know the volume of the gold, the ball, and the sharpener? This is what we're going to be doing, so let's get started.
Okay, so let's conduct the experiment now. So we need the materials. Other than the household materials that you have, I've picked 3. You can pick whatever number you want. So you need water and you need a measuring cylinder. So since I'm at home and I don't have measuring cylinder, I tried to be a bit creative. So I've just used a cup and I just put a paper and try to just do it with a ruler. But if you have like the measuring cups that we use for to bake some cakes, you can use them as well, as long as you have something precise and accurate to show you centimeter or the length of something. So all I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna pour some water into my measuring cylinder, homemade measuring cylinder. So I'm gonna start by gold first. Before that, I just need to be as accurate as possible with the measurements here. So I'm just gonna add it until 7 centimeter. I'm just gonna add water until 7 centimeter. Okay, so it's 7 centimeter now before I add any of the household material that I have. So now I'm gonna start putting the bracelet. Let's see. So it just kind of increased like 7.2. It's not very precise, but it's like around 7.2.
At the start, the length of this measuring cylinder was at 7 centimeter. Now after I added the bracelet, it became 7.2 centimeter. So it got more by 0.2 centimeter. The difference between the two lengths is going to determine my volume. So the volume in that case is going to be 0.2 centimeter cube, however. Okay?
Alright, so now I have mass and I've got the volume. How can I get the density? So density is going to be mass, which is, this is the mass. Mass is 3.2 over the volume is 0.2. So let's get a calculator really quickly and just get it done. So 3.2 divided by 0.2, it's going to be 16, please don't forget the unit, 16 gram per centimeter cube. So that's the density of gold.
Now the density of this golden bracelet is 16 gram per centimeter cube. But how can I tell that this is actually purely gold and it's not mixed with anything else? So it's not an alloy in that case. So I just opened my reference here. It says that this is the densities of some common materials. So it says that the density of gold should be 19.3. So mine here is actually 16 gram per centimeter cube, and it's a bit less. So probably the bracelet is not purely gold, it might be mixed with other materials. So it's an alloy now. Okay, so now I can tell if it's actually purely gold or not. Okay, now we're gonna do the same for the plastic bowl. I love this bowl, it's just so. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour some water. Let's say I'm just gonna put it until 7 as well, 7 centimeter. You can put it until any number, but it has to be accurate and precise. So this is 7. Now I'm gonna drop the bowl here. Alright, so and let's find out. So, wow, so it jumped in. So before it was 7, now it's like around 7.8. Again, this is not very precise, but like 7, nearly 7.8 could be. So it was 7 and it became 7.8. So the volume is going to be the difference between those two numbers. If I minus them from each other, the volume is going to be 0.8 centimeter cube. So you just do the simple math. So D, which is the density, is going to be mass over volume. So the mass is 7 divided by the volume is 0.8. The answer will be 7 divided by 0.8. It's 8.75. Please don't forget the unit, gram per centimeter cube.
Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!